Hi, everybody. Good to see you for our Sunday night, January 18th, 2026, weekly tarot. Hi, Craig Dixon. I'll wait for a few people to pop in. It's going to be a busy week astrologically. We're leaving Capricorn in the rear view, moving into Aquarius. Hi, Watcher. SR Kish. Good to see you. And Craig again. Hello. And I do. Thank you, SR Kish. Wow. It's amazing what a little lip gloss will do for you. Thank you. Hi, Mona Lee. Good to see you. Good to see everyone on this beautiful Sunday, January 18th, Sunday evening. And if you're in the US, many people have a holiday tomorrow, so you can stay up late. Hi, CJ. Good to see you. The holiday tomorrow is Martin Luther King Day. So we celebrate his memory. I believe it was his birthday. Oh, thank you. My sister-in-law gave me this scarf a couple of years ago, and I was just rummaging through her closet, and it was hiding in there, so I thought I would pull it out. I've moved more than I would like to in the last couple of last 10 years. 10 years I've had a few moves. And things keep disappearing, but then they reappear, and it's like I have a brand new toy. Oh, good. You have tomorrow off, Mona Lee? I have to use my glasses to see. Yes. Nice. Hi, Fatima. Hi, Liz. Good to see everybody. I'm just shuffling my cards, waiting for a few people to pop in. This is our last weekly TarotScopes in the sign of Capricorn. Oh, it's rare. You're in healthcare. Yeah. So we have a 4-day weekend, Mona Lee. That's great. You're off Monday and Tuesday. That's really nice. Hi, Lucy. Letting loose. Good to see you. Did you get any of that snow? I don't really think they got any where my son is. I do have some exciting news. Where's my phone? Let me see if I can find it. I'll pull this up in a little bit, but some of you know that my son had bought a ring for his girlfriend, and they're now engaged. Let me see if I can find the picture that he sent to us. He's so cute. If I do say so, my son is a cutie. And his girlfriend. She is too. Does anybody want to see a picture? This is he did it in a photography studio where he works. So there he is. Aren't they cute? Seems like all young men, all 20-somethings have a mustache right now. So there we go. I'll show the pictures later. But yeah, they did it. It was so cute. He called us yesterday afternoon. I was in the middle of that psychic fair, and he texted me, and he's like, "Are you busy?" And this is yesterday afternoon before he did it. And he was just so, like, I think he just had so much nervous energy. He had to tell me. Hi, Nancy G. And then he told my husband, and then he called my mom, and he told her he was about to do it. And anyway, so that was wild. That was That was interesting because I think he just had a lot of nervous energy and he needed to talk to somebody about it. But he was ready to go. So she said yes. Let's see if I have another picture. They're cute. They're a cute couple. Aw. We took a little a little silly, playful one. There she is with her ring. Very nice. Anyway, so we're very excited. We're very excited. Anyway. Well, anyway, thank you so much for coming. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We'll wait for a few more people to pop in. And let's see, Joyful Journey. Good to see you. Liz, oh, I already said hello to you, Liz Reeves, but I'll say hello again. I think we're going to see each other over Zoom this week. Oh, I'm already throwing cards. And I threw a whole bunch of them. So let me go get them. Here I go. All right. Whenever I'm shuffling and I'm not paying attention, the cards go everywhere. So today we're going to talk about some of the things that are going on in the world. We're going to talk about our astrology. Things are changing, shifting. I have a really big ringing in my ear right now, so I wonder what that means. And hi, Mystic Shining. Good to see you. And some of you may remember. Tell me what you think about this. So last night, my husband and I were watching a movie just here, sitting on the couch, and we got those crazy, like really loud Amber Alerts on our phones. Yes, it's a new moon today. And I have been having some weird dreams. I don't know about anybody else, but last night, a couple days ago, I'd had a weird dream, and I think I told you guys about it, where I was bumped with my car. A car bumped me while I was out walking. And I kind of knew it was sort of in my neighborhood over a couple blocks away from where I am on this little side street thing. And oh, you had itchy palms and ringing in your ears for days. Oh, that's interesting. Did you get money? Doesn't that mean money? Anyway, so that was kind of weird. And there was like this sort of zombie type creature thing in the car that just bumped me. It didn't hurt me, but it was like, what the hell? Why you? And when I ripped open the car door, just because they just stopped and they sat there, and I was trying to talk to them, and it was like this kind of zombie mishmash of body parts. It was weird. And anyway, so it just scared me and it woke me up. I was just startled. And I can't figure out for the life of me what that dream was about. Well, anyway, but I knew exactly where I was a couple blocks away from here on this little side street where I walk the dog. And last night we had this Amber Alert thing. It wasn't an Amber Alert. It was like one of those, the police department put out an alert and it scared the heck out of us. Our phones are just going crazy. And it was a shelter in place notice. So there was somebody in the neighborhood who I guess they actually put an address saying anybody around this area needs to shelter in place, close your doors, stay away from the windows. I mean, it was scary. So we assumed that it was like a shooting or something like that, or somebody had a gun. And we anyway, so we didn't really get any other details. I found out details by going online and looking at some things. But it turned out there was a shooter and they had him contained. He was like barricaded in the house and, very unusual because I consider this a safe neighborhood. But I looked up the address that they had posted on that alert, and it was exactly where I had my dream the other day, where I was walking and the kind of zombie thing, the person in the zombie car bumped into me. So I don't know what that means, but that was just a really weird, like, I don't know if it was a premonition of some deranged person in our neighborhood or what, but there you go. There you go. You have silver alerts. Oh, that's a silver alert is when an older person, maybe somebody with Alzheimer's goes wandering. Yeah. Anyway, Liz says, my mom had someone go through her backyard once and cops were looking through her yard by the side by side. Weird. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was very uncomfortable, especially when they're saying, "Lock your doors and close, don't be near any windows." And I'm kinda like, "Well, that's sort of hard to do in our house." But, anyway, thank you, Mystic Shining. When I have dreams, they're really weird. So that one, I guess that was just giving me I don't know, it was just a little heads up about, some kind of weirdo in our neighborhood. I think they got him. I don't think there was anything too bad I don't know. I don't really know the details. And I hate and the cops apparently goofed. The Denver Police Department blasted this out well beyond, like, throughout the whole city and into some of the neighboring cities to our south, by accident. I think they wanted people like in a 2-block radius to be careful. I think they sent it out in I don't know, 10-mile radius or something. And so everybody all over the city was freaking out, like, what the heck was that? Nobody was going out. Everybody was, locking their doors and everything. So it was a weird one. Anyway, thankfully it wasn't that bad. Okay, so here we are. And again, I will repeat, it is Sunday, January 28th, 2026. I still can't get used to saying 2026. And if you're new here, my name is Kelly Scarborough, the Mystic Next Door. And welcome to your weekly TarotScopes for the week of January 19th through 25th. And we will talk about your TarotScopes for all signs, and I'll give you a little bit of the news and the goings on, and you can sort of see how it relates to some of the astrology, as well as just the astrological aspects and transits that we're going to have this week. And there's some big ones. So we're really fully shifting into Aquarius season. But in the meantime, we are still at the moment in that intensity of Capricorn. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and with it comes some restrictions and some intensity. But that energy is fading right now into Aquarius, which is a little more rebellious. The people are standing up and speaking, and we see that in our astrology, right? We currently have a collection of planets, all clustered at the end of Aquarius. One has already moved into, a couple have already moved into, end of Capricorn. A couple have already moved into Aquarius, notably Pluto last fall, and that was a big one. But right now we have the Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars at the end of Capricorn, or Venus has just moved in. So that's a fast mover. And into the beginning of Aquarius, and all of them are traveling together in a loose aspect to Saturn, which denotes restriction and responsibility, like I was just saying, and Neptune, the divine connector to our higher selves, and the planet that can blur reality, right? So we have to be careful sometimes. Plus, it's also forming a trine with Uranus. So this collection of planets are sort of trining and activating Saturn, Neptune, and Uranus. Uranus is the great awakener, the sudden shakeups, and the planet that really kind of urges us to collectively look after, our fellow humans, right? And animals, a humanitarian type ideals. And as they enter Aquarius this week, they'll each come in conjunction with Pluto, which is the planet of intensity. And just like I was saying about Capricorn, but it is intense, it's power. And these encounters are ending a long cycle. So, we're kind of really purging the old ways, and this is a really significant change with all these inner planets passing by Pluto, touching Pluto in a way. I mean, not literally, but they will appear to do so in the sky. This is a time of big endings because Pluto is denotes endings and beginnings. It's kind of the lord of the underworld, right? Um, but it makes it brings these endings about so that we can, you know, it's like a forest fire so that new sprouts can come up, right? So it's endings of the old way so that the new can come forward. It's liberation also from restriction, and it's bringing forward and revealing new information. And so the key words of this time are new ways of looking at things, ending old structures that really need to go. Okay. Excuse me. Oh, Liz, morning dream. Yes. Thank you. Yeah, it probably was. Like, don't go walking the dog over there. Although I'm not really walking the dog at 9:30 or 10 at night. So uh whatever. But yeah, I think you're right. Okay. So, in that vein, what are the things that happened in the world last week and that kind of relate to these changes that we're going through? So we had the World Economic Forum at Davos, which many of you have heard about. It feels like a secret society. Like I do feel as if these are they're the market makers. They're the ones kind of pulling the strings behind the scenes that, it's almost like, Oz, where you pull back the curtain and see what's going on. But these are the guys who are making those things happen, world leaders and big, you know, uh, corporate powers. Um, and it's interesting because The Guardian, the UK's Guardian, just had a headline that read, "This is the last chance to save the old world order," with this group at Davos. Okay, interesting. Very Pluto and Aquarius energy. Also, Trump announces more tariffs for European countries that are opposing his takeover of Greenland, causing stocks and the euro to weaken and causing more chaos, economic chaos in the world. Um, Iran protests continue with violent crackdowns. Um, and again, we focus on the people speaking truth to power, that Aquarian energy, right? Endings of old ways. And we hope that's true, that Iranian stronghold can release some of that power back to the people. More protests and abuses of power in Minneapolis, Minnesota, here in the States, as Governor Walz, Governor Walz, if you don't recall, ran as vice president with Kamala Harris. Governor Walz has mobilized the Minnesota National Guard to support local law enforcement during these protests. Meanwhile, ICE has deployed more, I'm going to call them goons, because that's kind of what they are, to the region. And and Pete, I like to call him Keg's Breath, from the Pentagon, has put 1,500 regular military on standby to send to Minneapolis, just in case. They just want to put their boot on that city, don't they? Also this week, Maria Machado gifts Trump her Nobel Peace Prize. I mean, that's just, the only reason I think she would have done that, in my opinion, is in hopes that Trump will kind of install her as the president of Venezuela. And we'll see if that happens. I mean, I don't know why people don't understand that he never comes true on any of his promises. He doesn't, he turns on people as soon as you look at him the wrong way. But he got his prize, didn't he? Everybody is making jokes about that. CJ says, thank goodness a Minnesota judge on Friday has said ICE can't be so aggressive. I know. But they said that already. They said that they can't, I think this was in Chicago, they can't, set off and throw, what do you call it? Tear gas and those kind of things at a peaceful protest. So, yeah, Liz says, doubt it. He said after people don't respect her. Did he really? I didn't see that. Oh, Lord. God. He is such a piece of work. Okay, widespread Verizon outage last week, a couple days ago. Is anybody on Verizon? We switched phone carriers at Christmas time, and we came this close to going with Verizon, and we wound up going with T-Mobile. But there were a lot of people were out of their like millions were out of their phone service for a couple of days due to a software glitch. So that this is again, some of this we have Uranus very active with us. It's sort of shocking and disruptive. Excuse me. In tech news, I guess that was tech news as well. Let me take a sip. Okay. NASA is funding the next generation of the Super Hubble telescope. So this is technology that's aimed at detecting signs of life on what they're calling exoplanets. So I guess outer planets, maybe beyond our own in our solar system. Industries across the board are scrambling to integrate AI strategies. And I think a lot of people are kind of like, worried they're going to miss the boat. So we see that integrated. You've probably already seen it on your phones, on your computers, on everything. They're trying to find ways to integrate. Scientists have developed a new way to target RNA that could lead to treatments for these kinds of disorders, including neuromuscular disorders. That's a good thing. Alzheimer's. In Alzheimer's news, they found a microbiome that's linked to the Alzheimer's disease. And so what they did was they took I guess they took samples from the biome of the gut biome of rats that were affected with Alzheimer's, and they transferred it into healthy rats, and they started showing signs of Alzheimer's. So this created a direct link between the gut biome and Alzheimer's. So this is really good news. They'll be able to probably come up with some cures or prevention by this means. All right. Columbia University designs I have two more, designs a breakthrough that this is interesting, makes robot faces feel more natural and less creepy. Because let's face it, we're going to have some robots. We're going to be integrated with robots here pretty soon, not just the kind that, sweep our floors and things like that. But I think we're going to start to see more of those kind of, animatronic human looking robots in the future. Weird. I know that would be creepy for me, but they found an algorithm that makes their mouths move a little bit more in sync with what they're saying and so forth. And finally, there are new advances in super high efficiency solar cell technology. So hopefully we'll be able to bring more solar cells online. Of course, Trump is still fighting for oil. So, more buggy whips. Right. Yeah, CJ reminds me of iRobot too. That was kind of a creepy movie. I don't know. Robots scare me. Do they scare you? I don't know. They're a little scary for me. Okay, so now we're on to the weekly aspects that we're going to see in the astrology this week. Today is the new moon in Capricorn. Yay! And I want to, so when every new moon, I like to set our intentions for the coming month. And I want to show you a fun little thing that I got for over the holidays. It's called Flying Wish Paper. And I mean, it really is just nothing more than like tissue paper that's been cut into little pieces. But these are because some of you know I like to take, let's see if I can get this out. I like to write my intentions on a piece of paper. And so the tissue paper is really nice for this because then you can, and then I take it outside and I set it on fire. And so this will just poof, go up in smoke. So I'm going to do that tonight. And I hope you do set your intentions too. Yeah, Fatima says, we know what happened in that movie. I know, a little bit. Yeah. So what could go wrong? What could go wrong, right? It's kind of like that neural link that Musk is developing. Okay, so today, set your intentions. New moon in Capricorn. Hi, Amanda. Yes, good. Oh, you do that too, Mona Lee? It's great. I love it. Send your intentions out into the universe. Hi, ambient day night. Oh, I burn it because I send it up to the universe, out into the universe. Because I think just by writing it down, you're kind of solidifying the intention. You can just go outside and say it if you want. You can just write it in a notebook. That's just what I like to do. Burning it doesn't make it go away. I feel like it's permanently there, even in the universe. Okay, tomorrow, Monday, January 19th, the first couple days of this week are like cuckoo. And so we have all these crazy aspects. And, as we sort of remember, we have Neptune and Pluto, Neptune and Saturn at the last degree of Capricorn. At least Neptune is right at this moment. And that's an intensity. So, here are the aspects this week. So Mercury is going to form a trine with Uranus. Remember I said that's breakthroughs and sudden things and a disruption. But a trine is harmonious. And so this is perhaps exciting news, but things that kind of come as a surprise out of the blue. Breakthroughs in technology as well, because Uranus rules technology. So let's look for those things. What it doesn't mean it'll happen on that day, but it opens the door for these things to begin. We'll also have the sun forming a sextile with Neptune. So that's a harmonious kind of like a mini trine, right? That means that we will come to terms with our our dreams and our hopes, dreams, and wishes. And this is tapping into our higher ideals and our spirituality now. Okay, activating our spirituality. We also have Mars trining Uranus, and again we have Uranus, Neptune, Uranus, Saturn, and Pluto are all in this formation for quite a while. They have been and they will be, and it's just activating this new energy here in Aquarius, and in Aries as well. So you'll see what I'm talking about. So Mars trines Uranus, and that's bold, exciting, new actions. Mars is action-oriented, and this may be seen to start up this week. It'll be like this for a little while, and it can be disruptive as well because Mars likes to break things. Mars can be aggressive. And Uranus likes to break things too. So the two of them are like, naughty children playing in the play yard. But this opens the door again for a lurch forward, a really like a sudden action. They're both fast energy in technology, in societal breakthroughs and innovation, and just a push toward freedom. Because Uranus, we're in this Aquarian time frame. Freedom is very important. Uranus also represents freedom. Okay, and last but not least, happy Aquarius. Whoever has an Aquarius birthday out there, the sun moves into Aquarius on Monday. So this means that we'll all be viewing life, we come out of that Capricorn restriction and seriousness and into a greater perspective. collective-oriented, future-oriented mentality. Okay. Now, moving forward, Tuesday, January 20th, Venus meets up with Pluto, right? And when those two meet, it's all desire and money and resources. So, fierce desire of what you want and what you need that day. You may be feeling that strongly. Also, Saturn sextiles Uranus. You're going to hear me talk about Uranus, Saturn, Pluto, and Neptune quite a bit over the next coming weeks, and you have been hearing me talk about that. They're going to stay in these this formation, these trines, and sextiles with each other for quite some time. But the difference is they're shifting. So as Neptune and Saturn shift into Aries, the first sign of the zodiac, we're going to really feel that change. This is the new beginning of the year, really. And that's coming very soon. So Saturn will sextile Uranus, and this can bring startling news about people in authority or news about things being done unfairly to people who have less power. So how familiar does that sound, folks? Mercury will also sextile Neptune on the same day. And this is the last time we'll have this aspect in our lifetimes, because Neptune is still in Pisces right now. So it's the last time we'll see a Mercury sextiling Neptune in Pisces, because it's just about to tip into Aries. So Mercury sextile Neptune, opportunities become open to see things in a brand new way, to communicate differently. Mercury rules communication and thought, to bring empathy and love to your thinking, because Neptune rules those things. It's a healer. Communication, flow, and creative thinking. Nice. All right. On Wednesday, January 21st, the Sun and Mercury step over the threshold from Capricorn into Aquarius, forming a Mercury cazimi, and they meet at 1 degree Aquarius. And so we've all heard of that before. What does that mean? It just means that the Sun and Mercury are in line from our view from the Earth. And that means clarity, insight, breakthroughs, communications, and understanding. And it can mean spiritual downloads. Sun is self, right? But because it's entering into the Aquarius, which is really expansive, can mean spiritual downloads or aha moments. Okay. Thursday, September 2nd, Mercury conjuncts Pluto. And this Pluto is about endings, right? Ending old things that we no longer need. So again, they're meeting up in the sky. All those planets that are piled up just want to reiterate, they're all piled up in Capricorn, but they're all entering Aquarius, where Pluto's been waiting to shake their hand, basically. And Pluto is just kind of like clearing out the old for each of these planets. And so it's an end of a way of thinking, because Mercury rules thinking and communicating, a complete change in how we look at the world, perhaps. It's fearless as well, because Pluto is pretty fearless. Fearless communication and a mental breakthrough, perhaps, in sorting out a difficult situation. Friday, the 23rd. Mars will form a sextile with Neptune. And so this is, again, the final sextile to Neptune in Pisces, just like we saw with Mercury, in our lifetimes. Because Neptune stays in a sign for a very long time, and it won't be in Pisces again till all of us are memories, long gone. So the final sextile in Neptune and Pisces for our lifetime, and it's a magical, Neptune rules magic, right? But it's a magical opening where you may want to hand over your actions to spirit to really guide you, because Mars is about taking action, or really take guidance from your spirit guides. You could also, this could also mean that there are some deceptive actions occurring out of you too, because Neptune can blur the lines. Okay. On the same day, Mars moves into Aquarius, joining the rest of the gang. Venus, Mercury, Sun, and Pluto, bringing energy to our sense of forward, future thinking, which is Aquarius, future thinking, forward action, and technology, greater good, energy for the greater good, and actions for the collective, which is a good thing. I think we need that right now. And the last aspect, wait, did I say the last one was the last? This is the last. On Saturday, the 24th, the Sun will conjunct Pluto, a Pluto Kazemi, as they call it. It means heart of the sun. And this day has the potential for a brand new you, okay? Because the sun represents ourselves and who we are. So it's kind of like, since Pluto breaks things down so that you can rebuild, this is a phoenix from the flames moment. Okay, so if you've been thinking of a whole new career, or taking a new attitude on life, or really starting some new way of eating or exercise or whatever it may be, or relationships, Pluto breaks things down in order so that they can come back better. And the sun, because the sun signifies you, this is an opportunity for you to kind of rework who you are. Confront personal demons as well, right? This is a good time to do that. Identify who you are, who you want to be, and how you want the world to see you now. And that is on Saturday. And that's all I've got for the week. That was a lot, wasn't it? So I hope you wrote that down. Not going to say it again. There won't be a test. Okay, I need a sip. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the astrology, the astrological aspects of the week for January 19th through the 25th. Hi, Cheryl. Good to see you. And for those, and I want to say to those who are, if there's anybody new here, can I repeat that, please? Okay, no, you get an F in the class, Daniel. Sorry. You're going to have to rewind. I can repeat it if you rewind it. Okay. So anyway, thank you for joining me. For those who are new, I am Kelly S., the Mystic Next Door, and I'm a healer, an intuitive medium, and a dabbler of astrology. Dabbler is about the best I can do. And I want to welcome one and all. Thank you so much for joining me. Please subscribe and hit the thumbs up and do all those fun YouTube-y things. If you're interested in a reading or healing with me, please check out my channel, my website at www.kellyhealing.com. Kelly spelled the normal way, Kelly. Okay. So on to our astrological, now we're moving into our TarotScopes. Sorry, I don't want to repeat it again like Daniel wanted me to do. So this is TarotScopes for all signs for the week of January 19th through the 25th. Please remember that these are general readings for your sun, rising, and moon signs, or for any planets that figure strongly in your chart. Remember that we all have unique birth charts. And so please take what resonates and leave the rest, and consult your personal chart for more detail. I start each week on a different sign, and today we're going to start with Sagittarius. Woohoo! Oh, thank you, Mona Lee. I appreciate that. And I will be using, since we do have sorry for that noise, we have a full moon today, and I'm going to be using my Ethereal Visions Luna Edition. It is a little bit iridescent, kind of a lot, and it's a beautiful deck, but it sometimes can be hard to see. So I ask 3 questions, and I pull 3 cards and ask 3 questions. What is the energy of the week? What are the cautions, if any? And what action should I take? Okay. And beginning with Sagittarius. Amanda is our resident Sagittarius. Anybody else? I have a son who's a Sagittarius rising. Like that counts too. Not the one who just got engaged. If you just joined me, go back to the beginning. I showed you pictures. My son and his girlfriend got engaged last night. Very exciting. Okay. Ooh, Sagittarius. What? Look at you. All these. You got a lot of swords this week. All right. So I'm going to try to hold these so you can see them. Energy of the week is this Knight of Swords. This could be aggressive, right? This is moving forward decisively, following your ideas and your thoughts, your words. Sometimes you have to be careful with your words a little bit when we see this card, but this is a quick action. Something is, you have an idea and you're going to follow it this week. Like, this is a good week for that. Okay. Thanks. I'll show you a picture at the end. I showed pictures of them. I held them up from my phone. So cute. Caution of the week. Seven of Swords. So this is the sword of, kind of the abuse of power. Somebody is pulled a fast one. Somebody might be, being deceptive around you, stealing, cheating, lying, right? Keep your head on a swivel. See who's worthy of your trust and who's not. Okay. And the actions this week, it's interesting that you should have this Knight of Swords. It's very action-oriented. And the Emperor. The Emperor is calm, cool, and collected. He knows how to get what he wants. And so they're saying, go for it. You know how to do this. You have the tools, and you can do this. Okay. Just don't be, this can be a little abusive as well, abuse of power. But so we want to make sure that we're not stepping into that territory at all, but go forward with confidence. Okay. Yes. Want me to show another picture? I will. Those of you who are just joining me. Here they are, little cuties. He looks a lot like my husband did. There they are. Aren't they cute? He lit 100 candles in one of the photography studios where he works. I don't know why he doesn't smile. He never smiles in a picture. But anyway, he lit 100 candles in this photography studio, and he had one of the assistants waiting. I know, young love. They're so cute. But she's been waiting. They've been dating for 7 years. And I was like, well, that's funny. It took me 7 years to drag my husband to the altar too. But we all met young. Okay. On to Capricorn. Capricorn, if you're having a birthday this week, happy birthday. And I don't mean to deride you, Capricorn. We need you, Capricorn. We need people who are leaders and who are, really, stern, the bosses and everything, because that's what makes the world go round. Not all of us are that way. Okay. I feel like, so you've got a lot of swords this week too, Capricorn. So energy of the week is the Queen of Swords. This could be the law. I don't know. Do you have a legal action? This could also be just, clarity. You're coming into clarity about some issue that's really been difficult for you. Right? What would that be for you? This is logic. This is using your intellect. Okay. Cautions of the week. The Four of Swords. Okay. This is saying don't overdo it. You may need a rest. You might find yourself, needing a few days downtime if you can become sick. This is just saying don't overdo it. Don't push it too hard. You might need to come off the treadwheel a little bit. And actions of the week. All right. This is asking us. Now, it's interesting because we're leaving Capricorn behind this week. But this is asking us, yes, Queen of Swords cuts through the BS. You're right. I like it. Hi, Mary. Thank you for that, Mary Starshine. All right, but this is the actions that you should take. This is the 8 of cups, right? And you see that big, beautiful moon there. The moon talks about things that are hidden from us. We don't know. They're mysteries. The 8 of cups says, go, like, you don't have to have all of your ducks in a row to start moving in a new direction. And so this is saying just trust, and you can walk away from something that's just not working for you. All right. Time to walk away. You see that kind of lonely path through the woods, but the assumption with 8 full cups is that you've got two more at the other side of the mountain. Okay. All right, Capricorn. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and have a happy birthday if you had a birthday this week. On to Aquarius, and happy birthday to our Aquarian friends too. Okay. Aquarius. Do I have any Aquarius in the room? Oh, okay. A nice week. I wonder if any of you Aquarians are looking for love, because this looks like the week for it. Okay. There's the Knight of Cups, energy of the week, the offer coming forward. If it's not love you're looking for, maybe it's a new job, and the job offer may come forward, or just new opportunities to meet new people or do some fun things. Okay. Caution. This doesn't feel like a caution. Look at the Empress. She's so beautiful. Very, very shiny in this deck. This is all about abundance. Abundance coming your way. It's right there for you. Maybe it is this new job offer. Maybe you won the lottery. In fact, I think I have lottery tickets. I haven't checked the numbers yet. Maybe I won the lottery. But anyway, this is a really nice card. Abundance, possibility, hope. Amanda, got my mom's birthday present sent. Triple Aquarius. Oh my gosh. Wow. Is she a rebel? January 30th. Oh my gosh. 87. That's amazing. Wow. Well, happy birthday to her. The end of the month. All right. And then the action, the 2 of Cups. It's saying get together with others. Ask somebody out on a date. This is kind of like the Lover's card. This is saying get together with people that you love and form those bonds right now. It's a really good time for it. Okay. Triple Aquarius. Wow. It's not often you see that. Okay, moving on to Pisces. All right, Pisces, you're still holding on to Neptune and Saturn for a couple more months till they finally move on. Saturn, some of you Pisces may have felt the effects of Saturn sitting right on your sign for a little while, restrictive, a little, and the Neptune part of it just can make things a little fuzzy for you. Neptune is your ruler, but too much woo is not a good thing necessarily. Okay, Pisces. Oh, wow. Great. This is an amazing week for you. Big, big changes coming in for you. The Sun. Energy of the week is success, happiness, joy, all of the beautiful things coming for you, Pisces. Nice. I'm going to take these off. And the Death card. All right, so this is a caution. All it's saying is transformation is coming, and sometimes that can be a little rocky, but change is coming for you. You have three major arcana here, Pisces. So what is going on with some of you Pisces? You'll know what I'm talking about. My son who just got engaged, he's a Pisces. He's triple water. So change. This is a change for you. And another big change, actions you should take, is that the Judgment card says we're transforming. We are we've come through the fire, and we are new people. We're all new. Like we're shedding the old skin, and now we're fresh and new. Okay? It's a rebirth card. The death is a rebirth card too. So big, big things, and they look like they're going to be joyful. So I really like that for you. Fatima says, going to see new diabetes specialist on Tuesday. Hey, there you go. Yes, well, good luck. Maybe they have some new treatments for you that are going to be helpful. Okay, on to Aries. Aries, what do we have? Okay. And as I said, we have a lot of big Aries energy starting as Neptune and Saturn are getting ready to move in there and take up residence for a while. Very first sign of the zodiac. And look at you here. Energy of the week for you. Some of you Aries are going to know what this is. The Hermit card. This is introspection. This is taking time out by yourself, maybe meditating, really looking deeply within, searching for answers, right? I mean, it could be literally just searching for, your car keys, but this is searching for something at a deeper level. Odelia, hi. And there's our Aries friends. Yep. My brother, my dad. My dad's passed, but they're Aries. My brother's Aries. April Fool's Day. All right, caution. Speaking of fools, there's the Fool card. This is how do you pick cards off the top? I shuffle and then I go right from the top after I've shuffled, Daniel. So I put the cards back randomly, give it a shuffle, and then I pull them from the top. And so it's all about intention. So the caution of the week is the Fool card. If there is a caution here, I like the Fool card. I like new beginnings. Aries likes to be first too. But it's saying, look before you leap, right? Don't be erratic about it. Like, don't be foolish about a decision that you're about to make, right? Or it could be just something small too. Don't be fool. Don't eat the whole pie. Have a slice, whatever that may be. Okay. And the actions is saying, you know what, I think what they're telling you this week with these cards, they're all kind of slow cards, but the caution is a fast one. I think Spirit wants you to pump the brakes a little bit. And this is a card that says, slow down. Let's see the world from a new perspective. Let's look within. Let's take a moment, okay, before you charge forward. So I can't see. I don't know why I had to take off my glasses. All right. Yes. So you'll hear me. I just put them back in. You can't see it because it's off camera, but once I put them back in, I give it a shuffle, 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 and we're moving on to Taurus. Let's see, I don't do any fancy shuffling because I'm hopeless. I'm hopeless. And my guides know that. Okay. Taurus. Did I do? Yeah, that was Aries. Okay. Taurus. Ooh, okay. Wow, this looks like a transformative week for a bunch of you. And you get, Taurus, you get the World card. All right. Endings and beginnings, new starts in new areas. We've cleared out the old way. And this is, I personally feel like with this new moon, this is the beginning of the new year. 2026. Okay, so you may be feeling some Taurus folks may be feeling that a little bit more than others. Okay. Cautions. 5 of Pentacles. Feeling sick, poor, and out in the cold, as they say. So are you feeling under the weather? Are you feeling, kind of left out of a situation? Or have you been, having trouble making ends meet? Wallet feeling a little thin these days? What is that for you? So caution about that. Just be careful. But look at this. You got this ending and beginning, and then you get the Death card. So now we've seen the Death card twice, guys. Big endings and beginnings, beginning now. And this is saying, allow the transformation to take effect. Allow the old things to wash away. Let the past stay in the past, because you have new things waiting for you with this World card. Okay. Denise is a Cancer. I'm getting to you. We're getting there real soon. Now we're going to go to Gemini. Yes, Mercury trines Uranus tomorrow. Yep. I talked about that. We have a lot of aspects happening this week, especially Monday and Tuesday. Okay, Mercury, yeah. So surprising news, right? Breakthroughs, technology. Okay, Gemini. Okay. Whew. It's a big week for you, Gemini, too. All right. You too get the Judgment. Oh, I'm sorry. The light is, let's see if I can get that. There we go. It's very reflective. You too get the Judgment card for the energy of the week. Okay. And this is a rebirth card. Again, you've been through some things. Maybe look at your second card, the complete and utter downfall, the 10 of Swords. I feel more like this is the energy you're coming out of, Gemini. It's been tough times, but maybe this is something we want to make sure we're not wallowing in this. But after that downfall, we have the rebirth, right? It gives us a whole new perspective on ourselves, on what we want. And, maybe there was something that you were clinging to that you didn't want to let go. And so the universe came along and did it for you. So the action this week is the Hierophant. They're saying, look to your higher power. Look to your source energy. Look to your mentors. Look to the doctor if we need a doctor. Look to, the authority figures who may be there with answers for you. Okay. This is structure, order. Okay. Yes. Is that you, Mary Starshine? Okay. All right. Yes, let's see what kind of news comes forward for us. Okay, Cancer. Where are my Cancers? Cancer rising. Maybe that's why I like to be home so much. I'm a homebody. I like to go on vacation and do some things, but basically I like to be home. Hey, there's Cancer, Alaskan Mama. That's my sister. All right. Cancer. What do we have? Speaking of home, we start you off. I always think this card is the home card because you can see there's the castle, the four legs of the stool. It's stability. So the energy of the week for Heather's a homebody too. Yeah. 4 legs of the stool, like I've been saying, the energy of the week means stability. This means reaching. It's also about milestones and celebrations. It can be marriages. Like I said, my son just got engaged, so woohoo. But it is a celebration card, and it's the comforts of all of the things that support us at home. Yeah. Denise, you're a homebody as well. And cautions. All right. Well, this doesn't really feel like a caution because the 6 of Swords is about leaving troubled water, leaving something difficult behind for something better, right? We're done with that. We're going to put a lid on it and we're going to move on to something better for our lives. And look what you get. Cancer. Oh, I'm getting a chill right now. The 6 of Wands. There's something you're going to be celebrating. Okay. You've got 2 cards of celebration. This is victory and this is reaching milestones. So this is amazing. This is amazing. For me, I'll say it's because my son got engaged. That's a milestone, right? A big milestone. So, and that makes me happy. So woohoo. Yeah. Heather saw the pictures on our little family group chat. Heather's my baby sister. Right? Do you like being called a baby sister, Heather? And Leo. You have Cancer. Okay, Mary Starshine has Cancer ascendant and Uranus in the first house. Okay. I think I have Uranus in the third house. Are you Cancer letting loose? That was a good reading. That was really good one. Really good week for Cancer. All right. Good week for Leo, too. All right. Energy of the week for you is the Fool card, right? Take the leap. Just do it. This is the Nike whoosh, swoosh, whatever. This is the just do it card. You'll never know till you try, right? So just go for it. If you've been mulling something over for a long time, Leo, no more thinking. Just do. You're a triple Leo, Mary Starshine. Okay. Well, your name makes sense. Starshine. You guys like to be in the spotlight, don't you? Yeah. I have a Leo moon. So it's not so evident. My Leo is not so evident, but I do have a stellium in Leo. Okay. Cautions. Emperor. So the emperor says, as a caution, this is saying, you know what? Don't be harsh with people. Don't lord your energy over others. Don't be a show off, Leo. Right? Don't be too like demanding of others. That's what this is saying this week. And the actions. It's saying go for it. Knight of Wands is probably one of the most energetic cards in the deck. Very fast energy. Go for it. Take that leap and move forward with decisiveness. Okay. There you go, Leo. What are you going to do this week, Mary Starshine? I want to hear all about it. Okay. And Virgo. Oh, you're double Cancer, letting loose. And Cancer moon for joyful journey. Yes, you and me both. We have a lot of Cancers in the room. Virgo. I know we got some Virgos too. Okay. All right. Virgo. Stay warm. What are you trying to say? Stay warm. Oh, you're just trying to stay warm? Okay, I don't know what that third word was. Your daughter is a Cancer, recently engaged to Taurus, Cancer rising. Oh, yeah. Oh, and my son got engaged to a double Cancer as well. Maybe that's what all that celebrating is all about. Okay, so the energy of the week for you, Virgo, is the Ace of Cups. This is all the emotion. This is the happiness, the joy. Sometimes this is like being a little too emotional, little Cancer energy. But this is a good thing, a new beginning in an emotional area of your life. So maybe you're going to be meeting somebody new, or something's going to come forward that just makes you feel really happy. Virgo. I need another sip. Virgo rising, Fatima. Yeah. Oh, and congratulations again, Amanda. When are they getting married? All right. Yes, a lot of water between the two. That's true. Okay. The cautions for the week is the Page of Swords. And this is a card. If it's a caution, it's impulsive. It's impulsive energy. It's maybe a little immature, following an idea too quickly. Maybe you haven't really thought it through quite yet, or, maybe even just rubbing people the wrong way. But it really doesn't feel like, I love that, Amanda. Your friend was a triple Leo too. But anyway, I don't feel like this is much of a caution because you have this new beginning here, and the page is also a new beginning, following your ideas to fulfill you, like to fulfill your to fill your cup. and the actions you should take. It's basically saying, you know what, just stand back and wait for it to come because you've already manifested it, and now we're just going to allow the universe to provide. You're copying off of Dan's paper, Craig. You get an F as well. Sorry. You two go to the back of the class. Actually, sit up front near the teacher. Oh gosh. Nothing makes them, Heather knows, she's worked with kids. Nothing makes them squirm more than telling them that they have to get their stuff and come sit next to you. They don't like that. Rewind, Craig. All I can say is rewind. Love's all there is. The Beatles. Yes, absolutely. All right, we're moving on to Libra, and then we have Scorpio, and that will be how we will wrap up the night. Okay. I feel like everybody's had some pretty good readings this week. Like maybe some of the energy is lifting. We have to just keep our vibes high. Joyful journey, Libra, Sun, and Rising. Okay. Well, here we go. Energy of the week, Page of Pentacles. This is the manifester, right? This is making things happen. Starting the new job, applying for a new, a new job, or, buying a new house, or it's all about newness, but it's also taking a new lease on life, like your physical health. So starting something new in a tangible way. Okay. Caution of the week, Seven of Wands. This card says, you've got this. You're very resilient, but so you have to just ignore the haters, right? The haters are there, but you've got this anyway. So I love this very much for you. Okay. You're welcome, Denise. Are you leaving? Have a good night. And look at this. You got the Queen of Wands for the action of the week. Another card that says you have the ability to really kind of move forward with decisive action. This is a card about following your passion, Libra. Okay, follow your passion. And I want to say something about Libra. Being a Libra myself, we're pretty wishy-washy. We don't always know what we want. But when we set our minds to it, I think we can do it really great. We can do great things. But we need to just sort of set our minds. And that's what this card says. Set your mind and move forward. And I just got a ringing in my ear. Jimmy Kimmel needs a freezer for the haters. Right. Oh, not leaving. Okay. Thank you, Denise. Wasn't ushering you out the door. All right. Last but not least is Scorpio. I went to the grocery store this afternoon, and the guy in the line, such a Scorpio, he had all these like really kind of crazy tattoos and sort of looked a little scary. But then he opened his mouth and he started talking to me, and he was showing me pictures of his cat, and the checkout guy who looked like my cat, who I'm surprised hasn't come to visit. Anyway, Scorpio, mysterious. You're a mysterious sign. Okay. And here we go. Guys, we're seeing a card for the third time, and I'll show you in a sec. Okay, Scorpio, Four of Cups. Why are you dissatisfied this week? Or something kind of, you're feeling a little bit out of sorts, or you're feeling like kind of like, life is meh, right? I didn't get what I wanted, or I'm not quite where I need to be. Yes. So you can relate to Libra Mystic Shining. Okay. Me too. Yes. But the Four of Cups this week, you might just feel a little bit like, and here's why, the caution. This is the very Neptune energy, more water energy. Seven of Cups speaks about delusions, illusions, people, kind of a smoke screen. So you can't really see what you're looking for. Oops, sorry. You hear that noise? Okay. It said scam likely. Should I pick it up? All right. And finally, an ending to this energy. An ending to this energy. Maybe you've been, looking and looking and looking for the new apartment. You can't find it, but that transformation is coming. That energy is ending. And it's saying, let the old go. Let the old go so the new can come, right? I feel like this, I want to say too, with this Four of Cups, I feel like you're being hard on yourself. Some of your Scorpios will understand what I'm saying, but let the old things go by the wayside because they're not working for you, so that we can find the new apartment, get the new job, find the new partner, just feel happier in our lives. Okay. All right, Scorpio. Hang in there. I think yours was the spiciest reading this week, as happens sometimes with Scorpio, without all of our signs. But I want to thank everybody for coming today. I'm going to do 3 cards for the collective. Shall I? Who would like 3 cards for the collective? I'm going to do it. Oh, I also have to say, go Broncos. If anybody knows what I'm talking about. They just won their first playoff game. Liz knows what I'm talking about. In Denver, we the Denver Broncos are possibly going to the Super Bowl. Although Liz, we get news today that Bo Nix, who's the new quarterback who really kind of made the season this year, broke his ankle and he's out for the Super Bowl. So boo to that. Yes. Quarterback is hurt. Go Elway. Yeah, I think he's still up I don't know if he's still up in the suite now. Okay, reading for the collective. Here we go. Look at this card, the Queen of Swords. I feel like this is saying like the clouds are parting and now we're going to have some clarity on where we're going and how we want to be in life, right? This can be that litigious card too. So remember, we have some things going on in the courts and here in the US and around the world. And, so this might be an overriding energy that we see as well. But I want to say this is really more about this is like seeing the forest for the trees. Seeing, you can see a mile ahead. Clearing the clouds part. And the caution, and actually, it's not a caution. I'm not doing that. The other thing that we need to do is really look to the past and look to our how we've gotten to this point, right? Sometimes this card is looking back with a little disappointment, but I feel like this is sort of a cautionary thing. So if we're looking ahead here we want to make sure that we also put all our ducks in the row. We planted our seeds. How many metaphors can I mix here? Right? Okay. So here we are. We're just making sure that we've done all that we can do to get to the next step. All right. And here's the best card for everyone. The Strength card. You got this, right? This is a card that says you are strong and resilient. You have what it takes to really kind of control the chaos around you. And we can all move forward together. This is really a good card for this time. Okay. Well, thank you, everyone. I really enjoyed seeing everybody here tonight. We had a small, intimate group, and I love you. All right, guys. Have a great week. I hope to see you sometime during the week. And if I don't, I'll see you next Saturday. Craig says, an F. See what happens when you're right. All right. D, maybe. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you, Joyful Journey. Thank you, Liz. Thank you, Susan McDonald. Thank you, Letting Loose, Mystic Shining, Craig. I'm going to say hi, goodbye to everybody. Mary Sunshine, Craig Dixon, Denise McMullen, Liz Reeves, Cheryl, Daniel, Mary Starshine, Fatima, Mystic Sunshine, Joyful Journey, and I know I missed some names, and Amanda Celeste. Here we go. Mona Lee. And anybody else who I missed. I don't want to keep you, but everybody have a great week. Bye-bye.